This recording is from July 2011.
Friends that are on Google Plus that want to send me an invite.
Oh,
That's
I can send you an invitation. You're still not going to be able to get on, though. That's the problem.
I've requested an invite from 2 different people that have them, and nobody has given me one yet.
Dan, I will try to invite you, but it's not going to help you any. Unfortunately,
I don't know that I want to be.
They are still. Google Plus is the new social networking site of sorts, kind of a comprehensive Uber Google, I guess you could call it.
Uber Google.
That's
Google
what we need.
At once. That's just what we need. We need an Uber Google.
An Uber Google it is, and they are trying to use this site in essence to kind of play with Facebook and give them a run for their money. And it is still in the limited
good
trial
luck with
mode.
that.
Well, there are reasons I think this may work out, but it is still in a limited trial mode, and you are still only now just getting some first opportunities to use this Google Plus. If you have a Google account of any kind, whether it's a YouTube account or a Gmail account, or if you just have one for searching on Google. Some people just have those. They are now opening it up, though, those Google accounts, trying to put them under the banner of Google Plus.
Do you know what kind of mountain they have to climb to compete with Facebook?
There are some...
Any idea? Facebook just announced this week
yes.
They are now at 750 million users worldwide.
That's huge. Also huge is their...
750 million. That's more than twice the population of this country.
Do you think that's the big story? Do you think the big story there is that they have...
No, I'm just saying that's the mountain they got to climb.
No. But do you think that was the big story out of Facebook this week, or do you think it was their new relationship with Skype that allows people to make the Skype calls from within Facebook, or will soon? Is it the 750 million, or is it the Skype calls?
I think more people care about the 750 million.
Okay. Except the
Skype
more people
is cool, though.
Use the Skype.
But the thing about Skype is, Microsoft owns that now, and they're going to screw it up. So,
no, that's just so pessimistic. It's not even funny.
It's their history. It's not me. It's not my feelings about Microsoft. It's just their history. That's what Microsoft does. They buy a company, they buy a product, and they screw it up worse than a 2-car parade.
You are so down on Microsoft, and yet it's a company that makes tons
I'm very
of
realistic.
money.
Apple makes tons of money too,
yeah.
And I've got a couple stories here today about some dumb stuff they've done. So,
well, they all make dumb moves from time to time, but Dan, I mean, with
we wouldn't have a job if they didn't.
That's true.
We wouldn't be here if they didn't do that.
With Microsoft, you're talking about a company that has $50 billion in cash just sitting around.
You know what? That's what they claim.
$50 billion with a B.
How can you just have that kind of money sitting around doing nothing?
More interestingly,
I'd go on vacation if I had that kind of money.
Well, yeah, you would. But I mean, more interestingly, that's up from $41 billion that they had just at the end of last year. So their cash pile grew by $9 billion. No, wait. Yeah. No, $9 billion. $9 billion. Their pile of cash just grew. I would take those $9 billion off their hands if they found them too cumbersome. They could buy out this radio show.
What a guy you are.
Dan would say nice things about Microsoft for $9 billion. Are you listening?
Actually, I probably would,
Steve Ballmer, you listening, buddy?
Yeah, we're not paid shills for Microsoft. And I'm not even going to say the rest of that.
Your usual line there is, but I'd like to be.
Well, for $9 billion, I would be.
Yeah, you would love to be a paid shill for anything.
I'd probably use a PC for $9 billion. You would.
You would definitely use one for that.
Only
amount,
for a
Dan.
day, though.
Go for a day.
Only for
now,
a day.
just compare that. Apple's only sitting on a cash pile of $29 billion. So
I'm a pretty upstanding guy. I mean, I think I have good moral character, and I'm
right. You're
I think
honest
I'm a
and all that
citizen.
jazz.
Yeah. But I'd sell out for $9 billion.
Everybody has a price.
I'd be a shill for $9 billion.
And everybody has a price for which they would sell out.
And that $9 billion is way past my price. I'd be happy with that.
Well, anyway, the deal here, the news story though, is that we talked about it a little bit last week with Google Plus, that they had released that to the public, but on a limited basis. They're not letting everybody in yet, just like they did when they first launched Gmail. It's the very same thing.
We want to compete with Facebook, but we're only going to let this out to just a few people.
Well, it's increasing, though. I am the first. I got on myself today under my personal account. I'm trying to register us as the WHO Radio Wise guys, but we're, not able to get our. Whoa! No, wait, Dan. We're in. I just got
just
in.
Now.
I just logged in.
Get into what?
Wow. Onto Google Plus. So now I need to send you an invitation to this, Dan.
Mark the date and time, ladies and gentlemen.
That's exciting. It's true. It's proof then. I was at the computer, so Google let me in. Google likes me better than it likes Dan. I'm excited.
They should
about
like you better than they like me.
Well, they try
I talk
really
ill
hard.
of them from time to time.
So this whole Google Plus thing, it has a real shot against Facebook. It
I don't know
really
why people
does.
think that.
No, it
Only
really
because
does.
it's backed by Google.
Only because you haven't tried it out yet.
I haven't been able to yet.
I know. Well, we'll let you try it out. Now that I'm logged in, you can log in from your computer too.
Nobody likes me enough to let me into Google.
I'll tell you what's neat about it. Again, this is a thing. Again, it's a social networking site, so it's basically attempting, in essence, to be a lot like Facebook, but it's also trying to be like Twitter. And it's trying to do all of these things kind of together at once, but it wants to be sort of your identity online. And this Google Plus allows you to set up things like circles. These circles are the equivalent, in essence, of Facebook groups. But I'll tell you what, they're better executed than Facebook groups from my experience practicing it out this morning. Yes, you can create multiple groups. You can determine what gets sent to which groups. Whereas when you're on Facebook, there are certain things that you post on Facebook, let's say about your status, that maybe you want the family to see, but that you don't want your boss to see, or stuff that you may want your coworkers to see that you don't want the public at large to see. You can adjust that. But on Google, far better. On Google Plus, you can adjust it far better than you ever could on Facebook. Facebook is much too complex for that. Doesn't let you do it. That's a big advantage that Google has going right now. That will force Facebook to do a better job of this. But I'll tell you the thing that I think is really going to be one of the big bats in Google Plus's arsenal right now. Photo sharing. When you share a photo on Facebook, whether you know this or not, Facebook claims worldwide royalty-free rights to everything you upload on Facebook. Pictures, videos, that kind of stuff. They claim they can redistribute it worldwide for free anytime they want. They say you still get to be the
It's on the
copyright holder.
internet. It's on the internet. You give up rights when you upload stuff to the internet.
Not like you do with Facebook. With Facebook, you literally are turning over worldwide rights to your stuff. That's why I don't like putting pictures up on Facebook. I don't like them having my stuff. That's my intellectual property. I'm not giving it to them
Don't
for
put.
free.
We've said this forever. Don't put anything on Facebook that you don't want the world to see or know about.
No, but this goes even farther. It's not just that the whole world can see it. It's that Facebook claims to own it. Straight from the Facebook terms and conditions. And I quote, "You grant us a non-exclusive, transferable, sub-licensable, royalty-free, worldwide license to use any IP content that you post on or in connection with Facebook." And by IP content, they mean photos and videos. They get to do whatever they want with anything you put there. Google's terms and conditions, on the other hand, are far more friendly. Far better terms and conditions. In their very clear terms and conditions on Picasa, they say Google does not claim any ownership of any of the content, including text, data, information, images, photographs, music, sound, video, or other material that you upload, transmit, or store in your Picasa account. We will not use any of your content for any purpose except to provide you with the service. That may be one of the biggest thumbs in Facebook's eye that Google Plus can give them right now. Because I'll put pictures there. I'm not going to put them on Facebook.
You're kind of paranoid, though.
I live to be paranoid.
You're more paranoid than I am. All right, we'll talk about this tomorrow when we come back. We got some other news we're going to cover today, also including the iPhone 5 rumor mill is winding up like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, that never happens with you people.
And later in the show, I have a story here about, where did it go? Some really awesome accidental inventions.
We'll find out about those in a moment. And your calls at 284-1040 or 800-469-4295. Jane, you're next. Getting you some help on your computer problems with your very slow internet right after this.
We'll be back right after this on Radio Wise Guys, News Radio 1040, WHO.